Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another RSG review session with your boy Ranger J 1999. And that big lump of love over there is Cashmere. Hello, Cashmere.
Hey,
And we are reviewing Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 10, I believe, right? Yeah,
and
the big
yes,
10. And what's the name of this episode there, Cash?
retrieval.
Retrevial. Let me write that down.
Ooh.
That's all I want to remember about this for the video title and stuff. Uh I don't have a lot of positives to say. I mean, this episode, it's I'm getting really frustrated with Bad Batch now. Especially after episode 7 and 8, which were such powerful episodes. We talked about this before. 3, 7, and 8 were really, really good. And the other ones, although filler, had some character moments. Not that this
Yeah.
didn't. Not that there wasn't a story arc, and it was fine. But it's like no different than 1 and some of the other ones, where it's just like, okay, we had what happened the previous week, and now we get this one, and it turns into its own little story. Okay, great.
Mhm.
I don't care. Nothing in this episode really. I mean, I don't have a lot of positives on this one, there, Cash. I mean, if you want to get into it a little bit here, I mean, we're both in the same boat. Like,
Yeah.
because I think we sneak peeked a little bit into some of the name of the titles of the episodes coming up, and I'm just like, can we just get to the main plot here? I'm so sick of this stuff, man. It's like, if you want to keep me fine. Some of the other episodes that were filler, I found interesting because there were certain character arcs and character development. And this one was just like, okay, they got to get off the planet. They find their ship, run into another kid, go through this whole rigmarole and stuff. And at the end, the only good positive thing I say is at the end is that you know, Tech's little saying there that yeah, the galaxy has lots of places like this, but it also has us. Okay, cool. Can we get some more of that,
Yeah.
please? Because it's like, God Almighty, Cash, go, man. Because I'm really disappointed in this episode.
All right. Well, we're on the same planet. They're right where we left off. They're trying to fix a speeder so that they can try and get to the next closest town that they think is on the other side of the hemisphere. Omega remembers that the droid Gunk is on the ship and that they can probably kind of use the GPS on where he is to figure out where the ship is. They figure that out. They finally get the speeder to go, and
Yeah,
they go there.
and then they find who did it. We'll give the character. What was the kid's name? Ben.
Benny.
Yeah, but Benny and the Jets. They intimidate Benny. Benny takes it to the place because he gave the ship to the kind of we'll call him the crime lord. I don't even care to remember his name. And they have to go get it. Of course, they've already removed the hyperdrive, and then the only way they can get out because there's ray shields. They got to go up top, and they find out because everybody thinks this guy's great. He's not. He's a piece of crap, and they find that out. And then there's a little fight scene and stuff, and then it's the same old nonsense we've seen before, man. I mean, the frustrating part for me, like, I get what Disney's trying to do. This is designed for a younger audience, right?
Yeah.
To a sense, but the the people that watch this, like us, that are adult because we love Star Wars, we want some of those themes. 7 and 8 did a really great job. 6 was pretty good about it, and 3, I mean, these
Yeah.
powerful character moments. I didn't feel anything. I didn't care about Benny. I didn't care about these people. I just was like, bad. Oh, they got to get their ship. Okay,
Yeah.
got another little thing, adventure, another thing that we've seen before from the Bad Batch. I just didn't find anything cool or endearing or a character moment that just really made me. I mean, last episode actually caught me, a little bit because there was some growth there from Omega. I'm like, okay, they're doing something here, and I was positive on this. And then I get to this episode, I'm like, okay, you
Yeah.
know,
You didn't even build on what everything that happened last week. You just kind of forgot about it.
it just,
Yeah.
it's Bad Batch saving the day, blah blah blah, and it's just something we've seen over and over. I didn't find anything original about this or meaningful or anything that really stood out to me. It's just, it's these kind of episodes that really give Bad Batch a bad name, right? And
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Your thoughts on the overall episode, dude? Because I've been kind of ranting here.
Listen, that was, I mean, you summed it up. And what really pisses me off is whenever you watch this, if you're watching this like the same day or if you watch this in the future, this is the week before the season premiere of The Mandalorian, where Bad Batch and Mandalorian are going to be playing at the same time
Guess
or
what people? Yeah,
the same day.
which we will
Why?
be reviewing, by the way.
Yeah, we'll review that. But why would I want to watch Bad Batch other than being a diehard Star Wars fan? There's no reason to watch it, especially when you have Mandalorian. You know, if I only have 30 minutes to spare, it's going to Mandalorian. It's not going to Bad Batch. Like this should have been an episode that makes me want to see next week
Yeah, what's going to
because
happen?
we're
Yeah,
going to have
what's
some
this leading
competition.
into, right? We got 5 episodes left. They're gonna have to come hard, man. They're gonna have to come hard. They're gonna have to do some stuff
Yeah.
that really flips me on this because although there's been episodes 3, 7, 8, 6, I'll throw 6 in there. I really like 6. 6 is really good too. Other than that, it's filler. It's got character moments. It's the adventure of the week, which is fine. But I mean,
Yeah.
and if you like it for that, listen, if you love the Bad Batch and you like it, great. I mean, this is just our opinion. It doesn't mean we're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
This is media, it's subjective, it's art. So this is just how we feel about it. But
Oh,
I
I'm
think
actually right.
it's disappointing because these are such great characters. They really are phenomenal characters. Even Omega, I've heard a lot of trash talking on Omega. I'm like, she's a
Yeah.
kid. She's doing playing the part right. If you've had kids, we've all been a kid, but if you have kids, you know how they are, and I see some of those maturity things from her. There's immature moments and then there's mature moments, right? And remember, she's still a kid for God's sake.
Mhm.
Um, but you have these great characters, and we're not, in my opinion, we haven't utilized them to their full potential. Not even close.
Oh, no.
Um, you know, it should be focusing on them and their journey, not from the adventure of the week, but the adventure of where do these folks go? We want to go with them on where their story is because the Bad Batch, we saw them first in, Clone Wars season 7. We're like, what is this? What's this
Yeah.
girl?
Who are
And
these?
then, we had that amazing episode 1, and then stuff happens between them and everything that happened in season 1, and it was all set up, and I'm like, okay, cool, it's fine.
Mhm.
Not awesome, but I'm with you, and now we get to season 2. I'm like, it's the same stuff over and over again, man, and it's really disappointing because we don't need any more character development. We're past that point, maybe with Omega, but you can
Yeah.
incorporate those kind of moments with what is Bad Batch in the long run going to be? What is their whole purpose? What do they want to do? You don't need up to 11 episodes in season 2 for them still trying to figure that out. I
Mhm.
mean, they've seen enough by now to make a call here, especially after 7 and 8. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man. I mean, if you're just trying to do filler and stuff, then you should have cut the season down to 12 episodes and just get to the meat and potatoes. We didn't review it, but Andor was phenomenal. Andor, I mean, I don't like weekly
That one.
shows because I like to binge. That was it's like Mando and Andor. They
Yeah.
had me. I was waiting to see the next episode, and God Almighty, did Andor deliver in a powerful way.
Mhm.
I mean, I was just hooked in the whole time. It didn't matter whose character they're focused on. I'm like, what the hell's happening here? Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
I don't get that with Bad Batch, and I know it's different, but I mean, just because it's animated doesn't mean it can't be written well and have this incredible journey and character moments at the same time. Where I don't get it. I don't get this at all.
Yeah.
If it's just
Yeah.
you just trying to sell product and stuff, great, but you're losing the fans because they're not happy about this and they're not watching. And the reason is because you keep doing this nonsense. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about where
Yeah.
we're at, but
No.
it's
And what was great about Andor is, all right, one scene would be, Andor and whatever he's doing at that time. And then kind of the next scene is Mon Mothma
yeah.
and what's going on in that area. And then
Get
the
Luthien doing his stuff,
Luthien,
which
yeah,
is
thank you. Then it's going to
unbelievable.
him, and what is he doing, and all this intrigue and stuff like that. Here's the Bad Batch. Like,
There's no
what is
intrigue.
Crosshair doing? What
There's
is
no
Crosshair doing
yeah,
right
we haven't
now?
seen them. Crosshair is one of the more popular characters. What's going on
Yeah,
with him? We had all this stuff happen in episode 3, and I thought they would get back to it sooner rather than later. They haven't yet. We've had
yeah,
between that exclude 6, 7, and 8 because those, but 4, 5. not now 9 and 10. It's like, okay, 1 and 2 were it's
Mm-hmm.
like, God Almighty, it's like, come on, there's some, their relationship with Crosshair. We got Cody involved now. We got a
Mm-hmm.
Echo now with Rex. Let's focus on that for the next 5 episodes. If they do
Yeah.
that, they're going to pull me back in and I'll be happy. If we get another couple episodes of filler and they just wait for the last 2 episodes to do something, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be not happy with them because it's like you're wasting my time. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care about their adventures and stuff. I like the characters, but I want to see a progression, like Andor. Andor, what made it so great is you saw the progression of Andor through every episode. You saw the
Mm-hmm.
progression of Mothma. You saw the progression of all these other characters and their reasoning, but there was also stuff involved with it that made them grow and change and become the people that they were because of the circumstances they were involved with. It's like, eh, it's like episode 5. It was great. It was like an Indiana adventure, Saturday serial, but I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, what did we really accomplish? We went to a world and had an adventure.
Woo.
I mean, it was good, but
Yeah.
it wasn't something I'm like, okay, let's get into this. I mean, this is
Yeah.
Bad Batch. Where do they go? Are they going to become part of the rebellion? Do they start the rebellion? We know what's going on with the clones. Are they going to help the clones? What do we know where Rex ends up? Because we see where Rex ends up, um, in
And
Rebels.
Rebels.
We see his
Yeah.
story. We've seen now Rex now back in Bad Batch a couple times, and I want to
Mm-hmm.
know what the hell is going to go on with Bad Batch. And I think it's a missed opportunity. I really do.
It's such a great time to explore, and there's just so much for people like me that are not like EU junkies and read
That'd be this guy.
everything. And yeah, no, that's we can talk
I'm a
about the lore.
junkie. Yeah, I'm a big junkie.
But I'm not that. But if it's on TV though, I'm hooked. I'm watching it. So to me, this is such a unexplored time frame, and what's going on, why, how the Empire is transitioning from the Galactic Republic to the Empire. The best episode is what's going on with the stormtroopers, how they finally phased out the clone troopers to get
We always
stormtroopers.
wondered
And that
that,
to me
and
was
now that's
the
been
best
answered,
episode.
and it was brilliant, and it was a great pop palp moment. It was like, yeah, dog, he did it
Yeah.
again. That's how he did it, little bastard. It's like
Yeah.
you love to hate Palpatine, but yeah, I
Yeah.
was hopeful after
And
last week that we were going to get to a different arc and something was going to happen because we had the whole confrontation with Sid too. Maybe they get in that in the next episode or two and finally have that showdown with Sid saying, "Hey, what the hell," kind of thing. But we don't get anything significant. I mean, listen, Bad Batch is great if you got kids and you want to watch some good Star Wars with kids. That doesn't really need a lot of plot and doesn't need a lot of stuff. Um, Great. Bad Batch works. It's a great Star Wars show for kids and stuff like that. It's got fun and exciting adventures and these characters and stuff and blah blah blah. But as a rabid Star Wars fan, which a lot of us are older, we want to have some extra in there, and you can have both. I think it's crazy. I don't have a lot
yeah,
of good things. I'm gonna give this a 2.5 out of 5 Bad Batch. That's the lowest score I've given so far. I was uninspired. I was unmoved. I was like, okay, another one of these. That's exactly what I
yeah.
thought.
I mean,
I skipped a couple. I was like, anything happening here? Skip. Anything happen? Okay, there's something going on there. Okay, skip a little bit, like a minute. And I'm like, I didn't want. I was just like, you're not drawing me in, man. I don't know what you're going to score this, but I give it a
I,
2.5. It's my first one
I'm,
below
I'm
3.
yeah, I was giving it a 2.25. My best moment in there was when Benny tried to escape, and Wrecker clotheslined him.
Yeah,
That's it. That's what I got.
yeah,
And this is kind of one of the things that upset me about the first episode was you set us up after last week's episode of having in my mind this could have went in so many different
yeah.
directions. Sid is POS. We're going to confront her. All that. And
Nothing.
hey, is Sid the one that orchestrated this whole thing and try to abandon them on this planet? What? So many different things could happen, and it was just, oh, let's go get our ship back.
Yeah. Fight the villain of the week. You know, it was just unoriginal. I didn't like it. I'm
No.
not a big fan. Been the first time I've been really harsh on the Bad Batch, but they're gonna have to win me back now because
Yeah.
if I watch the next, I'm gonna finish the season. You know me. Once I commit,
Yeah.
I'm all the way in. I will finish that. But
Staying
you
on
know,
target.
yeah, just a little further, just to see where they go with this. But yeah, I'm more excited for Mandalorian. I'm more excited for Ahsoka by far.
Oh, that'll
Those two
be.
shows coming up have me really just hyped. You know, and some of the other new series that they're talking about. I mean,
Mhm.
you know, so Bad Batch, man. They need to rethink this because it's not working. It's just not. There are great moments in here. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There, episode 3, 7, 6, 7, and 8 were really good. You know, for what that ties in with what the Bad Batch should be. But then we keep getting away from this with these other stupid hijinks, adventures, and stuff. And some of them were needed because they had character moments, right? The whole racing scene with Tech, really loved it. I thought that was a good character moment for Tech and getting to understand him a little bit better and growing, you know, from
Mhm.
his logical reasoning, thinking, and stuff, and how he goes about things. You know, there's been moments like that in some of those filler episodes. Like, yeah, not the best, but I get what you're doing. I'm down for it. This one, I was like, we passed all that. We've been past all that. I don't need any more. I need y'all to get down and get dirty, and let's see what's going on. And let's get greasy. We got to get greasy with Bad Batch. They got to get hard. They got to get mean. They got to get in there and
Mhm.
start doing some stuff, man. And that's what we need from these next 5 episodes. You know, if not, then even if unless the season finale, the last 2 episodes, you know, blow me away. I'm just like, I'll be like, okay, you know, I'll watch it, but I'm just, you know, if they get a season 3, I don't even know if we want to review it. I mean, I'd just rather do something more with my time. I mean, instead of looking at filler episodes, going, okay,
Mhm.
great, another one of these.
Adventure of the week.
The
Character
Adventure of the
building.
Week, which is cool. And if you
Yeah.
got kids, I recommend Bad Batch. It's a really good show for kids and stuff. But I mean, as a Star Wars fan, someone that cares about this product and this series and the shows, and as a fan, you know, I want more. And you know, I don't think that's an unreasonable request to kind of demand a little bit
No.
better. You know,
No.
now if you like it, that's okay. If you love this episode, that's cool too. I got no problems if you love this episode. It's totally fine.
Listen, neither do I, but I really, I mean, you always hear everybody say this on YouTube. You want to hear, everybody like, subscribe, all that comment. I really want some comments on why we're wrong, on
Or while
what
we're
was good.
right, yeah, whatever, whichever floats your boat. You know,
Yeah,
so
I mean, yeah, I always like a pat on the back saying, "Hey, Mike, Cash, you're great," but, but I really, if somebody, what did we miss? That was a really good moment. That,
I mean, there was that one moment with Hunter and Omega when she falls and he catches her. But I'm
yeah,
like, I've already seen that trust between them. I didn't need that scene. You know, I mean, it's like uh, Hunter already trusts Omega. It's not that he
yeah,
doesn't trust her and stuff, but I mean, you see in his decision already throughout the series that he's trusting her to be on her own more and more. He still always
yeah.
be like a protective father figure, but he's starting to get away from that. But I didn't need that scene to reinforce that feeling already. I'm like,
Hmm.
of course, Hunt Omega trusts him because they've been around doing stuff for a while. That we're past that point. As I
Yeah.
said, this is stuff we don't need to see. We've already seen it, lived it, done it, got the T-shirt, burned it, got another T-shirt, and we're sitting here looking for a third T-shirt. I don't want to see it anymore. So, all right, that's our review. Please like, comment, and subscribe. As Big K said, you can leave comments. Just make sure they're constructive. If you disagree with somebody, that's fine, but be constructive. I don't want name calling or any of that other donkey crap in there. I'll just delete your message. I just don't have time for it. So, but if you want to be constructive, if you like it, tell us why. May disagree, but
Yeah.
that's okay. It's art. It's me. It's subjective. If you love something, you love something, right? If you didn't like it, you can give your reasons why. So let us know in the comments what you guys think. So with that, we're gonna call this one done. So the other thing is make sure you like and subscribe for the channel if you like this kind of content. It does support all the stuff we're doing. Also, check out our other stuff. We've got the Old Republic we're playing. We do a lot of stuff with Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. And of course, you can find Big K as one of the idiots on our Star Wars lore with idiots that's currently playing right now. We got a new one that'll get cut sometime this week. It's been really bad. I mean, I may have to push that one to next week because So much stuff going on, Big K. Oh boy. But we'll get that out soon, as I can get it cut and put together. So everyone have a great rest of the day. Thanks for hanging out. On behalf of myself, Big K, we'll see you. May the force be with you.